Either you guys keeping up with the World Cup at all?
No.
Hmm?
I'm watching the Columbia a little bit. That's about it.
What now?
Did you hear about the Scottish drinking Boston Dry?
No, I missed that one.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if that's entirely true.
Well, they drink everything except the Bud Light. There's a ton of videos on it.
Let's get it right. All right, we don't do Bud Light around here. We do Sam Adams.
Yeah, what was it? 3 emergency shipments from Sam Adams.
I can believe it. Yeah.
Yeah. They drink 4 times more than the St. Patrick's Day.
Yep.
And like 4 times more than July 4th.
What didn't help was Boston also got a ruling. I think all of Massachusetts actually got it of bars can stay open later during the World Cup than they normally do. I think until like 3 o'clock in the morning or something like that, where they usually close around 1.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can imagine they would drink them dry in that time. Yeah.
And of course, me being new here, I'm going, wait, and not being able to remember anything. Like, it feels like, who are we waiting for again?
So we have one person out and one person who is going to be late.
No, we already have the late person.
Oh.
Yeah, I was gonna possibly be late, but I got back in time, thankfully.
Okay. I think we're only missing one person. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
And it's just me going, wait, who's missing again?
Yeah, I know Matcha's not showing up, but
yeah.
Yeah. Was it the one that got kicked out?
No. We have one more.
Is its player name is Skello. Vex?
Oh,
yeah, Skello, yeah.
I mean, in the other game, he's the Cobalt. I don't know what he is in this game.
Let's see.
I don't see him in the server.
Yeah.
Like, even on the offline, where does stuff go?
And he might have missed a previous game. That's why we started this one.
Yeah, he was the one that missed it.
Oh, and it's this time. Flair was the missing player before. It was here before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is everyone?
No.
I mean, like, no, because we're still waiting for Skello. He just needs to make a character join us. But I don't see him in the server.
Yeah, that's what
his name's not in the server anymore.
Yeah.
He didn't post anything in the chat today either, did he? I don't think.
No. I don't remember him saying anything about leaving either.
Online.
Skello. Oh well, Skello's under a
yeah.
name, I think.
I don't.
So last or 2 weeks ago, he dropped out early because he said his internet or his Wi-Fi cut out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not. He's not in the server anymore. He's completely gone from the server.
Huh.
Oh.
Weird.
Really? Did he actually drop out without actually saying anything?
I think so.
That's possible.
Seriously, we keep losing people?
Let me see if he's still in the Roll20 game. He is not.
So he just left.
Yeah.
Huh. Right,
okay.
Well, I guess that means we have another opening. Does anybody have a friend?
I thought somebody was going to bring a friend.
I think that was Flair.
Yeah, I think that was Flair.
Okay. All right. So we'll go ahead and play. Start here in a minute. I'm going to go ahead and open it back up for 2 additional new players. Yeah, I've generally had to do this in almost every game where we've started up with a new group. So we'll get however many applicants we get for the next 2 weeks. And then in our next game session, we'll go through those applicants, be it 10, 20, whatever. And I'll let you guys vote on who you want to let join into the game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I wonder how long Matcha's gonna be out, because if its graphics card died, and he's gonna have to wait for replacement.
Yeah.
And we all only meet every other week.
Yeah.
Then, and I thought it was like the next game is actually canceled, so it's gonna be a month out till.
Yeah.
Manage listing.
So honestly, yeah, this is actually probably a good time for a player to drop out unexpectedly.
Yeah.
Gives us time for bringing in new people, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, next game. So we're not playing the 20th of July? Is that true?
Well, okay, so the next game looks like will be on the 13th.
Yeah, okay.
So
And
we'd be skipping the 13th.
why are we skipping the 13th, I wonder?
I posted that I'm not going to be there.
Yeah,
That way,
Lance is going to
that
be
way-
here, and there might be a chance that Matcha doesn't get a new graphics card by then, because, I mean, graphics cards are expensive, hard to
Sure.
find.
Yeah.
So if he doesn't get one by then, we're not going to have enough people for anything.
Also, I think I may be traveling then as well.
So
yeah.
why don't we set it for the 27th?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. All right. So it looks like basically most of July is free time. Well, good thing my
30.
Sunday game actually got fixed. Whew. And might be moving to Saturdays anyway. Because yeah.
And
we were using Foundry. A lot of crap just went wrong, and character sheets were all broken. We just fixed them last night.
Very familiar with Foundry. I actually do own a Foundry license. We moved back to Roll20 because of problems with Foundry.
I haven't really had much problems. The only problem we had turned out to be the DM kind of overloaded their thing with multiple games. Instead of like separating servers, they just played the multiple games on one server, so they had maps for like 3 different games. Just overloading it.
My problem was I did an update at one point, which was supposed to bring in the 5.5.
Yep.
And it destroyed pretty much everything inside the game.
I think I remember when that happened. It's all fixed now. The only other problem that we had was character sheets wouldn't open, but we figured out the long way that it's because he forgot to enable plutonium.
Yeah.
A lot of people used plutonium to
Of
put things in
course.
the character sheets, so
Yeah.
they wouldn't let us open them. He re-enabled it, and we were able to get back to our characters.
Yeah. Plutonium's a
So-
big one.
Yeah. So I've got potentially moving to Saturday. I've got a game for Saturday, so I'll be fine.
So I'll probably be launching a Tuesday and a Thursday night game. Those will be every week.
Oh man, I'm so tempted.
And I did just launch
But I play a lot.
2 lunch and crawl games.
Mm.
50 minutes during lunchtime, Monday through Friday, for a total of basically 4 hours each week. And I had one starting at 12:05 Eastern, and then a second starting at 1:05 Eastern, or 11:05 Central and 12:05 Central. Okay. So that's okay. So the looking for players is active again. I got it open, so we're looking for 2 people total. All right. So, Ben, describe your character for me, please.
You have now had another encounter with an ooze. I am Kelbar Lock, Warlock of the Genie Schlut.
Okay. So you're an Ooze Warlock?
Yes.
Okay.
The race is known as Plasmoid.
Okay.
I don't know. Well, now I'm feeling like I'm falling on my face. Any questions?
What type of Warlock?
Genie.
Okay.
Any questions?
Yeah. As you standardly is translucent gray, but often adds dyes and powdered dyes into their ooze to give themselves color.
Okay. Do you
The only
go ahead.
No, do I need to have a god?
No, I'm trying to. How do you present yourself? Do you wear clothes?
I wear a straw hat and a trench coat.
Okay.
But no pants or shoes.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, I'm wearing leather armor. Next level, I will I'll stop wearing clothes.
Okay.
But yes, if I focus, I can take on a very humanoid form.
Okay. That's kind of what I was looking for.
The only consistent thing to my form is I'm always wearing my straw hat, for it is actually my genie's lamp.
Okay.
All right. Sorry.
No, hang on just a second.
Alrighty.
Taking some notes. Okay.
I once read you the backstory to this character.
That's okay. Okay. So, in the broad Feywild, you are viewed as strange, but not automatically monstrous. Different Fae react to you differently. Some curious Fae have poked at you and asked if you could change shape. Some people have offered you unusual types of food, and others have actually tried to collect a sample of you.
And my background is prostitute.
All right.
Okay, so I didn't mishear you when you said that your patron was named Slut. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
Now
fair.
that's actually German for ravine.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Cool.
Nobles and archfey generally consider you an entertaining novelty, which would go with your profession.
Am I saying this wrong?
Dryads and druids would look at you as a natural decomposer, or at the very
Shit,
least, a
I
strange,
guess.
strange expression of life.
Yes. Yes.
You find that pixies and sprites do try to play games with you. They like dropping objects into your body. Word is that there are some hags that would like to basically steal all your fluids for use in some of their magical stuff.
And they'd find that, and they'd be surprised to find that I am not, that what makes me up is not actually that different from what is standard within oozes.
Uh, and then some face scholars question whether you are an awakened ooze or an alchemical creation.
Oh, I would correct them with I am an awakened ooze. That is my backstory, really.
Okay. And let's see, you're in Yarles, which is the city of eternal dawn.
Yes.
So you are generally more accepted within this city than pretty much any other city in the Feywild.
Yes.
Since the people of Yarles, generally encounter highly unusual beings, including constructs, dragons.
Though I've been pushed out of Yarlas recently due to Eladrin supremacists based off the beliefs of King Eberron from.
And then finally, there's uh, the lords of the First Light have posed a deeper question. What destiny could require a soul to awaken within something that was never meant to dream?
A joke done by the genies.
Let's see. You have a chosen name. You're
Yes.
a warlock, so you have coherent speech and demonstrate
Yes.
intelligence. You're able to understand bargains. You understand and can take responsibility for your own actions. And the only last part is you must respect the Dawn Pact and the laws of Yarlas. Okay. You are, while within the confines of Yarlas, you are not allowed to engulf citizens without explicit permission.
Right.
You must compensate merchants for anything accidentally dissolved. You are not allowed to impersonate another person through shape changing. You are not allowed to flow into private homes, sealed containers, drains, or restricted magical chambers.
Right.
You may, and it hasn't happened yet, but you may be required to wear a visible badge identifying yourself as a recognized intelligent being.
Interesting.
Okay.
Huh. I guess maybe I should need to change a little bit. Now, what? Will there ever? Could there have ever been a sting of? I would like you to impersonate this person for as a client in private, but it turns out to be like a sting of no, you're now impersonating someone. Or would that be too much? Do you think?
I think you would have to get special permission for that.
Okay.
I'm not going to say it's 100% forbidden, but it's probably going to be frowned on. Yeah, at least by normal legal authorities.
Yeah.
You stupid thing. Come on.
So, did I bring something too weird to the table that caused this, or was this for everyone? I forget.
The use? No, you're fine.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So your hat would actually be this.
I'd rather the trench coat be my magic item, because
Okay. Then disregard that.
no, I'll just change this to
Okay.
the coat of shapelessness.
Okay.
I don't remember getting that. I'll write it down.
All right.
Maybe.
So now let's. Let's see. Oh yeah, you guys said you found the ring at the statue, and you had agreed to buy horses, or I should say, had decided to buy horses.
Yes.
Okay. So a standard riding horse, what, 5 gold pieces?
I don't know. Something like that, maybe.
Let's see. Oh, 75 gold pieces in 5.
Yeah, I think we somehow talked him down.
Weren't they gonna like provide us with loan us horses or something? The people that are sending us, or I don't know.
No.
Yeah, something like that.
No.
No.
They were going to compensate you once you had completed your quest regarding information to the location of Bulldak.
Okay.
Right.
Let's see. And there was a ring. What was the ring? Where's my note? Oh, that's right. I know. And there's my note. Did you guys decide who was getting the ring?
Getting what?
So at the statue, you guys found a ring, a magic ring.
I remember correctly.
The ring. Let's see.
It was the lizard. Who's playing the lizard?
The one that disappeared.
Yeah, Matcha had the ring.
Okay.
I even offered to identify it and you refused to hand it over. See that? Yeah.
Yes. This was the ring that smelled. It's a green copper ring. It smells faintly of pond water and wild mint.
Yeah. Yeah, I believe Matcha had it.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. Here. Let's see. Did you guys create a loot list yet? New to list. And nothing in it currently. Okay. Let's okay. Put that in there. Okay. All right. So Ben,
Aye.
let's what's the name of your Ooze character?
Kelbar.
Kelbar. Okay. Easy enough. Marine Corps knife.
Oh, sorry, Kelbar.
Kelbar. Yeah. Kelbar's a good nickname. All right. Trying to figure out how to integrate you into this party.
Makes perfect sense. Are they within the town?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Then currently, I am being. I am. There is. I am currently running from a pimp who's trying to recruit me.
Ah, okay. So easy enough. You'll go.
And I.
You'll try and hide in Zephyr's bar,
Mm-hmm. Yes,
and
I
you
am.
guys can go back to that bar now that you have your horses and see if you can get more details about where you're going. Uh,
Yes.
so you guys, and you guys being the original party, go back there. You were given kind of a general idea that you needed to go west. The ferry known as Agravain informs you that it's almost exactly 960 miles due west, or west southwest. Basically, that takes you to the edge of the continent. You should have the world map up in roll 20. And
Yeah.
see my ping.
Yes.
Okay. The tree is at basically the base of cliffs that overlook the sea, as it were. And approximately 5 miles east of the tree is a buried temple. The tree and the grounds around it were the nesting grounds of Bulldak's dragonborn people. Now, nobody's heard anything from those dragonborn in 200 years. The last that anybody is aware of is there was several clutches of eggs that survived the demon attack on that tribe that had been saved by a group of adventurers adventurers at the time. And those eggs were, and the tribe had previously been kind of protected by rocks that live in the cliffs above the nesting site. So, and the temple was the last known location that anybody saw Bulldak. Aetherwing, his rock, was seen and is still occasionally seen in the Feydark. Rumor has it that Aetherwing is still trying to locate Bulldak. And of course, you overheard the drunken cryings of somebody talking about failing to find him. Agrivine has promised to provide you a significant reward, even if you can only find out information about Bulldak and his current whereabouts. And suggested going to this location as a starting point. And you guys can feel free to ask questions as you are talking to Zephr, the platypus wizard slash barkeep. And Ooze stumbles in, wearing leather armor. And Kelbar, you know to go here because Zephr's here. And he's probably the one person in Yarales that nobody wants to mess with.
Of course, of course.
What's the fairy's name again? I'm sorry.
Agrivine?
Yes.
Agrivine?
Agravine.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. So, Zephr is just kind of looking up at Kelbar, going, problems?
Oh, just Buttercup's pimp after me again, supposedly wanting both the best prostitutes working for him. But of course, I don't want any of that. I want to be flexible.
It sounds to me like you should get out of town.
Sir.
Well,
Any groups that you think will keep me from getting chewed up?
oh, well, these fellows right here are headed out west. They could probably
Sounds
use
good.
somebody.
Sounds
And
good enough for me.
if you're headed out anyway, you could drop something off for me. A couple of miles south of town here. I don't know if any of you have ever heard of it, but I need you to give a scroll to the general of the Squeaker Army.
The Squeaker Army.
Yes. Essentially, a herd of attack squirrels.
So, do you think I'll be able to? Will I need to have anything to announce? Should I hand the scroll to the initial people, the initial parts of it, or do I need to wait until I get to someone of authority?
Oh, there's only one human there. some, well, I shouldn't say that. A slightly mentally challenged wizard lives in a cave. And he has modified these squirrels into his own personal gang of enforcers.
Yes. Now, do you believe the I can just hand the scroll to the enforcers, or will the enforcers just let me reach the human?
Probably neither. Uh, you'll have to figure out a way past them to get to the wizard.
All right, all right.
It's like, eh, for that, yeah, here's 100 gold pieces. Go buy yourself a mount.
Oh.
Something that can survive being ridden by you.
Why does everyone conclude that I am not actually in control? I try to keep myself at a fairly neutral level.
Just making sure, you know. If a normal horse can survive being ridden by you, then that's fine. If you need to put a blanket between you and a horse, so be it.
Well, admittedly, it does require maintaining a certain level of focus that my stomach, as you would kind of interpret it, doesn't drift into my, well, crotch.
And Zephyr goes on to introduce Kelbar to each member of the party.
Why, hello. Now, do you require what type of? Now, which of my banging do you believe will be most beneficial to you? Bang bang, finger guns, or bang bang, finger guns through okay?
Galric is just staring at this slime creature, just fascinated.
Oh, another I've entranced without even trying.
I'm more just curious of how this happened. I mean, clearly an awakening spell of some kind, but fascinating that you have your own consciousness. I always assumed that the alchemical makeup of an ooze had no real consciousness, like a single-celled organism. Awakening an
Likely,
animal is totally different. I mean,
it is. From my own research into the arcana arts, I have found that likely not my consciousness isn't even actually contained within this body. It is being transmitted from an extra-dimensional plane.
fascinating.
Yeah,
That could be
Zephyr.
useful in being
Yes.
able to communicate with plants.
Zephyr speaks up. Yes, it's a wonderful thing that some genies can do.
Supposedly, I
puts
just
up when you finish
crawled onto the lamp, and it was enough to wake it up. But it really didn't like having a master that couldn't let it even give it a chance to free itself.
So it gave you a
So
consciousness so you can make your wishes.
That's pretty much true.
Fascinating. I take out a little notebook, start writing everything down.
Okay.
totally ignoring what's going on around me now.
Where is this? Where
Well,
is
I
this
s-
genie?
Oh, oh, yeah, I let him go a long time ago, but I
Probably
still
why.
have my connections.
Fascinating. I would assume that the vessel that you communicate through to this
Yes, I
genie
did,
of yours
though he
is
did
on your
leave me
head.
his lamp as I disappear into my own hat, and then with
Yep.
an arm still outstretched, flick out 5 feet out of the hat again, just a few an arm's length away.
An extra dimensional headpiece. I wonder if I could fit an entire tower in there.
It is both possible, but not now.
He's ignoring everything. He's observing and writing things down.
It seems that I am valuable enough as a curiosity to this individual. Does anyone take issue with my joining at that amount of value so far?
I would totally love to learn more about what makes you tick. This is, by all means, you can join us. I'm sorry, not to speak for
Absolutely.
my companion, of course.
No, anyone who has a connection to genies is welcome in my party anytime.
Oh, are you someone wishing to make a connection with Slut?
I have taken an oath to the powers, to the elemental powers of the noble genies.
Ah, so we are. This is to some level destiny.
So it seems, sir. So it seems.
I'm
Well,
just here for studying.
should I be working? Are we leaving now, or should I get working on the disguise in case they come inside?
Zephyr leans to one side. You should probably leave now. There's your pursuer has gone by the door once. Let's see.
It would stand to reason that if you really needed to, for getting around stealthily,
Let's see.
I surmise you could probably just go into your headwear and have one of us wear you around.
That is the assumption that if they really were pressing outside, that I was going to just head into the headpiece. And this is a mechanical thing I have.
Yeah. So not only could you hide yourself away, but you could act as somebody else's disguise. It's the perfect plan, really. Yes. Again, back to notebook, writing it down.
So we have Galric,
Galric.
correct?
Galric?
Yes. Half orc, half Goliath wizard.
Okay.
Yes. Flavor Flea, half Goliath.
And
Yes.
Armont.
Arvont, the interested party.
Wood elf, noble genie, paladin.
Okay.
Yes.
And then
And could you remind me of the Goliath
Warcath.
class? Or
I am a war wizard.
War wizard, already.
Well, I will be a war wizard. Right now, I'm just a wizard.
Yeah, of course.
That might change. I might be something else. I don't know. We'll see.
And Maka Flair's character was you said a lizard, some kind of.
Yeah,
Do we remember
it
his?
was. I was just like, I thought it was all this stuff of, oh, the dragonborn are dead, but I am dragonborn.
Yes.
Yeah,
that is
he's
correct.
a dragonborn. I believe he's a sorcerer.
Okay. He
Or
wasn't he like throwing
like a druid, maybe? I
explosive?
don't remember.
Let me see.
Yeah, I think a druid.
Orketh. I think this is him.
He was some kind of spellcaster, I think.
Let's see. Character sheet.
Right at the top of his sheet. Whatever class he chose.
Yeah. Except it's not there.
And put it on his sheet. How does he not put it on his sheet?
Okay.
Well, what level 1 abilities does he have?
What?
Here we go. Okay. Finally. Found the location. Druid, level 1.
Gotcha.
He is a dragonborn.
Ah.
But we don't know that.
Correct.
We think he's just some lizard.
Yes. Okay. Zephyr looks at Kelbar and is like, "Yeah, your former pimp is not too far outside. You should probably leave now." Everybody still there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'm attempting to leave.
Okay. So he'll need to go buy a horse.
Yes.
While you're doing that, Kelbar, roll a stealth check to see if you can avoid being detected by your former pimp.
Alrighty. Stealth. Why am I going so slow on finding stealth? Yeah, no, I would be found out if I'm not given aid.
Alrighty then.
Don't know how well I can aid you other than you going into your hat.
Well, I would have disguised myself if first, though.
Yeah.
But then that would still be another 7. They would immediately just see through it. I would imagine even a disguise would just give me advantage on stealthing away.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, it's...
So, kind of nasty looking Eldrin. And by nasty, I mean, this guy appears like he has not bathed in a month.
Aye.
It's like, well, just where do you think you're going?
West. Just got a job by Zephr.
Wait, you got a job from Zephr?
Yeah.
All right. Well, when you come back, we're gonna have words.
Aye.
the Eldrin wanders off, muttering to himself about being robbed of resources by meddling wizards.
How big is this Eldrin?
Well, the Eldrin himself's only like 5 foot tall.
Yeah.
Cool, but like, how tough does he look?
Um, he looks actually fairly tough. But as you guys have discovered in your LS, Zephyr has a reputation since he was once the head wizard of the School of Magic in Yarlas for not tolerating much.
Right. I would just like to, before that he leaves, I would like to just stand in the doorway, just towering over him.
Okay. It's like, what do you want?
You.
Oh, hello. Yes.
I don't like you.
Yes.
You don't
I,
have to
w-
like
I-
me. What do you want? You want
I
something?
want you to
I
lay off our
provides.
new friend.
I don't think anything can be a friend of an ooze. Even if it is
Well, that is
spellbound by a
such a.
djinn.
Well, that's such a lie.
Yeah, sure.
I'll
See
step
why
to
I.
the side, but I will just glare at him as he
And
walks
I
away.
and I move my mouth to my hand, and I'm just like, see why I can't work with this guy.
Yeah.
All right, so he wanders off. And you can go buy a horse.
Sure.
That'll be 75 gold for just the horse.
Just the horse.
I mean, again, do
75
you
gold.
need a horse?
I am not much. I mean, it actually gets rather uncomfortable to stay in my head for more than 4 hours.
True. Yeah, okay, this is gonna be days worth of travel. So, alright, yeah.
Yeah. So with horses, the good news is it's only going to be 20 days worth of travel, as opposed to the 40 days walking.
But yeah, we weren't buying the horses. I believe we were renting them, weren't we?
Well, you had talked about renting the rock. And
I think that was in lieu of renting horses because it would be twice as fast, but the dude wanted an insane amount of money. I think we determined
Yeah,
that
he
renting
would.
horses was a little cheaper than 75.
okay. Uh,
I don't know what the daily rental fee of a horse is, but I know it's not the same as buying one outright.
let's see.
I. Just for.
I mean, you guys are welcome to buy a horse, but I'm
I
going
will.
to rent one. My dude does not want to let go of his money. He is a
Okay,
wizard.
okay.
Money
Let's
is his
just.
blood. Yeah, money
Yes,
is needed.
yes.
He needs
To
to
be
pay
honest
up,
with you,
guys.
this is. I'm gonna
One
make
gold
this
piece.
messy, but.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
one gold piece per day for local travel. 2 gold pieces per day, which includes a saddle and other accoutrements. If you
Right.
plan on taking the horses beyond the normal confines of your last, that's going to be 3 gold pieces per day.
Okay, which we're definitely doing. So 3 gold pieces per day. For how many days are we gonna? Is this taking
Like
us?
40 back and forth, I think he
Yes,
said.
that's correct.
Cheaper to buy it.
Yeah, it's cheaper to buy it. Yeah, okay. So I guess I'll buy the horse.
Yeah, he doesn't want want the probably injured horse with how dangerous the world is.
Yeah.